Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News, October 28th, 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here tonight with Dr. Claudia Elbers, our Planet X physicist. And just about 2 days ago, I received some information from a longtime subscriber who had some video footage that was dated back to January of 2013. And this footage is absolutely incredible. Now, as the story goes, he's a longtime sky watcher and, loves outer space. His name is Justin. And I'd like to thank him very, very much for sending this information over to me. Over the course of the last couple of days, Dr. Elbers and I have been poring over the video footage, and I was converting it over to 4K ultra high definition and also taking some still shots. And we're going to show all of this information to you because, once again, this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that there are large stellar objects lurking out there near the sun. Dr. Elbers, the footage that I showed you over the last couple of days, before I go ahead and bring it up, what did you think about it?
Well, I thought it was amazing, and it corroborated what I had thought months ago, that there were objects going in towards the sun, and they were labeling them as known planets when they could not have been known planets at all. They were too large.
Yeah, I noticed that also because I went, I'm just setting up the live chat here real quick, but I went back and I started researching the information that this gentleman sent over, and I'm going to be quite frank with all of you folks. This data is mind-blowing. You know, I've seen a lot over the course of the last several years. Thousands of pictures, thousands of videos, and, you know, my own captures, my own evidence, my own observations. And tonight, what we're going to see, it's going to bend your mind a little bit. Now, when I was researching the footage and going back in time to check it out, I found one piece of SETI footage where, on the same date, they have the object labeled as Jupiter. But the object is very, very tiny, and it is so far off in the distance. But what you're about to see is a large stellar planetary object, a stellar core, a brown dwarf, a planet X, a Nibiru, whatever you want to call it. You can call it Ralph for all I care. But what you're going to see is you're going to see this object moving in directly towards the sun, and a coronal mass ejection is occurring. And, you know, I've watched this video clip probably 20 or 30 times. I mean, I literally sat up nonstop going over this and researching it very, very carefully. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't believe that there can be an object orbiting our sun. I know there's a lot of people out there, especially probably these amateur astronomers and astrophysicists and scientists who are on the take, you know, for their money that's donated to their universities and their research. Naturally, they're not going to say anything wrong. But this evidence it's pretty mind-bending. But I'm going to go ahead and I created a loop video, and it's ultra high definition. So I converted everything over to 4K to make sure it was as clear as I can get it. So if you give me just 1 second, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And okay, I hope everybody can see that. Pretty clear?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing. Now, folks, this was the HI-1 ahead. This is coming from, I believe this is SETI, correct?
It is SETI, yeah.
This is the SETI L2. Now, this was dated back in 2013, and this goes back to the very beginning of the year, January. And you're seeing time-lapse video, and what I've done is I've placed a few different colored filters on this to give us a little bit of a different perspective. Well, Dr. Elbers, you want to go ahead and you want to narrate a little bit on what you're actually seeing?
Well, what we're seeing is a very large object moving towards the sun. I think this is the one that they labeled as Jupiter, isn't it?
Well, on the older footage that I looked up on SETI, it doesn't look anything like this. It just looks like the regular SREM image, and it doesn't even have this coronal mass ejection occurring.
Okay.
I looked at all of the ultraviolet filtered images, and I could see absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
So you see, on the stereo images, the sun is actually quite small. It's about the same size as it would be on the core 2. So that means this object is absolutely huge. And don't forget, the stereo spacecraft is on the same orbit as the Earth. So for example, if this was Jupiter, and Jupiter is not in the inner solar system, it's in the outer solar system beyond Earth, so it would be seeing Jupiter on the other side of the solar system, if it was seeing Jupiter at all. So Jupiter would be 7 AU away at least, because the orbital distance for Jupiter is about 5 AU. So this object, if it was Jupiter, would be 7 AU away from the spacecraft. That's 7 times further than the Earth's distance to the sun. Jupiter is only 1/10 the size of the sun. So this object is absolutely huge. And it's not just this object. We can see in some of this footage, you can see lots of other material around it. Some of it seems to be moving with it. Some of it seems to be moving independently. But there seems to be a whole cloud of material moving in You can see here, right behind it. You can see lots and lots of material. And these are the things that I've been saying are there in the stereo images, but it's very difficult to see because they defocus the images so we don't see these details. But here we're starting to see them. There's lots and lots. There's a whole cloud of material coming in behind this object.